And I'm making sure we unmute us too.
Yes, because that happened. That was a thing.
Oh, I know. Okay, I'm seeing us live
We are
on the.
live. Hey everybody.
Oh
Hey guys in the
shit!
chat. Sorry
What the
about
fuck is going on? We've got 10 people in chat right now. How?
That's crazy. That's crazy. It's awesome. Like I'm
Or
stoked. It's gonna be
10
a good show.
viewers? It's crazy.
Yeah. Sorry about the wait, guys. Technical difficulties all over the place. You know how it is. Nothing ever works right.
Nope.
Uh all right. So, hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of the VCR Gaming Podcast. I am one of your hosts, and seated somewhere outside of a flea market management room is our other host, Matt, and he is bitching about how flea markets always charge more for games. What's going on, man?
So it's funny, you just didn't even mention her name right now. What if someone's brand new to the show and you just said, I'm one of your hosts?
Matt. There, I fixed it. Right there. I fixed it.
So now,
They know.
people are just going to immediately shut it off before you say that now. And they're
Matt,
going to be
stop
like,
acting like we're going to have new listeners because that's, they know.
Oh,
So
man.
what's going on, man? How you doing?
I just fucking woke up from a nap.
A nap, huh?
Yeah. I just couldn't, dude. I had 2 nights of
Nice.
staying up till like 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning, Friday and Saturday. And
Partying. What are you doing? Magic related things?
yeah. I don't even want to look at Magic right now.
That's good because we're gonna do
Man
game.
Cave, stop fucking cursing. You're making my auto mod go insane right now. Jesus.
But you have it restricted, Matt?
No, I have like it set to, not curse and not like racist shit and sexist shit and all that, and but it's I
No
don't
cursing.
I don't know the parameters exactly. I just thought I put, keep it a little bit more family friendly. See, yours didn't go off. The fuck that.
Is it because I'm subbed to your channel so I can say whatever I want?
I don't know, honestly. It's weird
Oh,
that yours didn't, but whatever. But yeah, I've had 2 nights of Magic. I mean, I can get into stories about that because last night was, and I'm working on setting up the notes for it now for not this week's episode of Magic Kazubi, but next week's. That I'm starting to find out one of the problems of Magic the Gathering.
one? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
one of them. Reason why there's not so many people. That the reason why the game isn't as popular as it is. I guess when it comes to physically and all that.
What do you mean physically?
Well, it's so the I guess the title of the topic will be Magic the Gathering has an image problem.
That's yeah. Okay.
And without getting, like I said, I'm still trying to come up with all my notes and getting my thoughts organized. But after last night's foray, because there was a new set that came out, Battle Bond, and my friend and I went to a shop for the preview event and all
Right.
that, and
Right.
we left there. And I will say it wasn't because there was 3 people that made us just want to fucking quit Magic right then and there. And it wasn't because they were assholes, mean, or anything like that. It's just that these were grown men in their 30s or early 40s just acting like complete immature asshats.
Would it be safe to assume that they were mutants?
They were mutant. Yeah, they had mutant qualities.
Okay. All right. Well, it's not just Magic though. Like bringing it back to gaming a little
Yeah.
bit. Like, in fact, this was an article recently about the Smash Brothers, professional Smash Brothers scene. Like, there's been like stories of people like that were competing, quitting over shit like this, like
Yeah.
during the competition. So yeah, no, it's a shame, bro. It's a shame.
And
Were
and
they
and like I said, they weren't mean or anything. They're like, all in all, they were friendly people, right? It
right?
was just, I guess, imagine. I mean, you know how we can act stupid with each other because we've known each other for so long now.
Right.
But these, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like I said, I don't have all my thoughts together and what I want to write down and say about it. So this is just very fucking shitty what I'm saying. But I guess the best way to describe it is there's people that just in gaming lately It's just they lack the social decorum on how to act towards other people.
That's a really educated way to put it. I would just say they just don't know how to act. They're uncouth. Their upbringing is shit. They're just I get it, man. I know, and it's not all of them, but it's like, why is there a large portion of the people that are that undesirable attracted to these genres of entertainment? It's really weird. Yeah, it's really, really weird.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to get too deep into that. I'm going deeper into that with Magic with Zuby, and if you guys are interested in hearing that, check out that podcast. It's not going to be, oh, come on, Man Cave MTG, don't be like that. Well, no, he just said something. I had to deny it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. It's bad. And well, I'm gonna go deeper into it. Like,
check out Matt's episode, and that's a shame, dude. It really is. It's unnecessary too. Were there kids there too?
No. Well, no. Yeah, there were like 2 kids. Like I'd probably say about 12 to 15, maybe something like that.
Well, still, they're still real impressionable. So maybe don't let your terribleness rub off on them. But anyway, I'm sorry about that, man. Did it ruin the night?
Oh yeah, it ruined the night. Like, and it sucked because we played four rounds of this preview event. In the first 2 rounds, our opponents were chill as fuck, really cool guys. Just 2 of them were army guys, and the other 2 were brothers that had been playing the game forever, and it was just really, really cool. And then our last 2 opponents were just like, oh my god, these are social dregs, essentially.
Social dregs. Okay, all right. Well, we're doing a really good job tiptoeing around.
Yeah. Well, no, and like I said, I have a lot more to say about it. It's just I don't have all my thoughts together, and plus it was just a rough fucking night, man, and it really killed our mood for it too. Like and what I mean by saying like I wanted to quit Magic, it just made me realize like, holy shit, this game, it's it really makes it hard to sometimes want to be a part of playing a game like that without having friends that play it,
I hear you, man. Wow.
But other than that, let's see, you've probably it sounded like your weekend was pretty crazy. I took Zoe to the park yesterday morning. We spent a bunch of time. I finally bought some new work shoes. Finally got off my ass, and I'm just so lazy about buying shoes.
Well, plus it's like it's a work thing, so then you're like, like, really, after work, do I really want to go? Plus, you know what too is like, it's crazy because like right next to where we work, we have like a place. There's a mall that you can call it that, but you could go there and you could potentially get shoes or whatever, and even at a good price. But it's like, to deal with the clientele there is just insane, man. Like, you might get stabbed, and it just, so then by the time you get all the way home, you don't want to deal with that shit. I get it, bro. I get it.
Yeah. But I guess before getting into, I've actually done quite a bit of video gaming this past week for once. I don't know what's been up my knickers, I should say.
With a K.
Yeah, with a K. My knickers.
The British way of saying pants.
Or up, is there another, oh, too bad Total MTG isn't here. He'd be able to tell me whatever the British equivalent of like pantaloons or being a wanker or some shit.
Oh my god. Oh shit.
Oh, he is here. Oh shit. Okay, Total MTG. What's another way of saying up my pants? Is it knickers, or is it something else? I'll wait for him to respond. But anyways, I've been doing a lot of gaming, and I have quite a few pickups too for once, and yeah, man, it's been quite a good week for me for gaming for this week. And should we get into what each other are drinking before we go into your weekend? Because I'm actually drinking something decent.
You sound excited about it, so let's hear it. I'm ready. Yes.
All right. Instead of the normal purified drinking water, I'm actually drinking sparkling ice, which is sparkling water with flavor. It's
stepping it up.
It's orange mango, and it has like 0 calories, 0 sugar. 0% everything, so it's probably all that aspartame shit.
I like this new Zuby. He's playing games. He changed his drink up. Like this is awesome, man.
Don't worry, it'll be gone tomorrow. So,
wow. Back to tomorrow. MTG Biker Boy. He says he doesn't mind the types of people we're speaking of in his shop as long as they don't disturb the others. Have you ever had to MTG Biker Boy? Have you ever had to like ask somebody to leave for just being so damn mutiny?
Well, I mean, I've seen where
like just asshole.
Yeah, it's I've seen people, get asked to leave magic shops before because of just they didn't know how to act, and I've had
really?
I've had to tell shop owners like you can't let this person in here, man. They're bad for your business.
Yeah, no shit, man. That's crazy too, and like that probably happens to them more often than not. Like, and some people just don't take the hint, man. Ugh. Yeah. Anyways, since we're talking about drinks, while we wait to hear back from MTG Biker Boy, I am drinking. In my cup here, I have store-bought Starbucks iced blonde coffee.
Blonde coffee.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. It's what's in there. I was going to brew coffee, but that was like a whole big thing, and I had to grind it and all that. I was like, fuck it. There's iced coffee in the fridge, so that's how I Let's see. So what have I been doing, Matt? Well, I've done a lot. Friday, I went to an indoor flea market with one of the dudes from work, Chris. You hear me talk about him sometimes on the podcast. He always helps me with like game pickups and stuff like that. He's a cool dude. And him and I were like, hey, let's go check out this game shop in this indoor flea market. And it was – so the guy had – I don't even remember what the shop's called. I don't really care. The guy had everything. Like he had some good shit. Well, dude, he had an Intellivision in the box.
So are you telling me we're going there tomorrow during lunch?
Well, they won't be open because it's like a weekend. Right? Like, I think they're open Fridays. So
Friday we're going there?
Okay, yeah. You actually almost went, but I think you had shit to do or something like that. So
no, I went home early.
Oh,
go to a flea market or go home. I mean, at that time, I'm like, fuck, I just want to go home.
I mean, you could have went and then left from there, but anyway, so dude, this guy had everything. All right, this motherfucker had, like I said, he had an Intellivision in the box. He had 2 TurboGrafx. He had a Sega Nomad. He had a lot of good shit. But here's the thing, and I didn't catch on to it right away. I just thought the dude was a slob. Like the place is covered in dust. I mean, just covered, like everything. And it's like, oh my God, it's because these have been sitting here forever. Sure as shit. I was like, I saw he had a Dreamcast keyboard, which is something I've been kind of looking for a deal on. And he had it for about
Dreamcast keyboard?
Yeah. So like you can play keyboard and mouse stuff on the Dreamcast.
Oh, like Phantasy Star or something?
I don't know if you can use the keyboard and mouse to play Phantasy Star. I know you can use it to chat. Like it's the only way to chat, so you need it for that. But like if you want to play like Unreal, you can use a keyboard and mouse on that. And I probably actually haven't talked about it in a long time, but I'm trying to like soup up my Dreamcast because people are playing it online again. So I'm trying to like gather these things slowly that I need. And so I see the keyboard, and it's like $10 more than what it would go for, like if you were to order it. Which no big deal. I mean, it's a shop. You come to expect these things, and it was in the box. And I was like, hey man, what do you got to get for the Dreamcast keyboard? And he takes it down, Matt. I get covered in dust. Okay.
Oh, I'm like, Jesus.
I'm like, oh, this motherfucker's been here a while. Sure as shit, he's gonna move on the price. He's like, oh, I don't remember what the price was, $40-$50, whatever it was. And he's like, plus me? Yeah, plus tax. And I'm like,
I'm looking on Amazon right now. You can get it for $27.99.
Yeah, there you go. So I think it was like 40. You wanted like 39 for it plus tax. And the thing is, it had been sitting there, and I would have been happy to pay what it goes for normally. You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to screw the guy.
I would have told him to fuck off.
The thing that really pissed me off was that it was there for like minimum a year with the amount of dust that was on it, And it's like, shit, man. Like you really just. He's in the back of this place. You can tell he doesn't get a lot of customers, and it's like you don't want to sell anything like that bad. It's not like you're losing money on it if it's been sitting there a year. So that kind of pissed me off. And then looking at his console prices, he wanted everything was like 10 to 30% more than what it should be. And this isn't just a problem with this guy. This is a problem I've noticed at flea markets for the people that regularly have video game booths. And it's like, hold on. I can go to a game store in a strip mall or in a regular mall and pay exactly retail for it. And I know their rent is much more than your booth at the flea market. Why are they always more? Like,
It's I don't know if it's because people are out of touch, or they think because since it's physically there and you don't have to wait and you already see the condition instead of, looking at some sketchy photos from a phone from 2001 and it's 2018 now and they still don't have a, iPhone or some shit, that they think, oh, I'm going to charge more and I can get away with that.
I don't know. I don't know how they do, because here's the thing. Are they really banking on people coming in there that don't know what the value of retro games are and they're just going to buy on pure nostalgia? Is that what they're banking on? Because they're sure as shit not attracting us gamers. Look,
completely right.
I buy so much shit at full retail price for retro stuff. Like, I have no qualms about that. It's when people, one, want to charge a shitload more, and two, don't want to move on the price at all, and they're assholes. That's when I'm like, all right, I'm done with you, So anyway, this guy had a lot of killer shit, a lot of choice shit, and it was really impressive, but he wouldn't move on it, and you can tell he's not planning on it. So you know what? I walked out of there, man, and I spent my money elsewhere, which is... Okay, so MTG Biker Boy, I was waiting for him to come back, so he dropped and came back, but he said no, his friend who works there did it a couple times. Wow, so they have had at his shop, had to kick people out for that. That's fucking sad. That is so sad.
I've seen it too.
Yeah. So anyways, back to flea marketing. So I did more flea marketing this weekend, yesterday, and I completely forgot about this. There was like a small con at a flea market. It was called Tampa Bay Retro Con. It's just like a local group decided to put on like everybody bring your shit to the flea market and do like a trade day. It was basically like a Tampa Bay trade day type scenario. It wasn't anything major. It wasn't an actual like big convention. So I had nothing to do, so I headed over there, and that is where the deals were to be found. Dude, I'll talk about my pickups in a bit. I picked up so much shit at such a good deal. Everybody was super chill, and it's like, those are the guys, and these guys had tons of product, Matt. I mean, they had all quality shit. It's like, those are the guys that should be opening up shops in these flea markets because they know what's up. So that's what I did. What else did we do? Trying to think, man. Went out to eat with the fam on Friday night. That's really it. Do we want to get into that's about it, work, shit like that. Do we want to get into what we're playing, pickups, projects, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. All right. You want to go first?
Yeah, mine probably. Yeah,
you got a lot.
You got a lot.
Yeah, we both do. We both do. So we'll call this the pickups episode, and it's pretty extensive.
So I guess I'll talk about what I've been playing.
Sure.
First one on the list is going to be the last one on the list. I want to talk about the Mario Tennis demo. How come you have not downloaded and play it? Because today's the last day to even play it.
I forgot. I've been busy. I need to get in on that. Have you played it at all yet?
Oh yeah, I've been playing it a bunch. Unfortunately, you can also play online with other people, and I've only done one match against someone, and dude, the connection was wretched. It was bad, where it was so laggy, it was so bad, and I'm almost afraid that this is how it's going to be when the game goes live later this month.
No, I don't think so, man, because Mario Kart is really solid online.
I know with Mario Kart your latency does matter a lot, but with tennis games, there'd be like times where I'd be hitting the ball, I'd see myself hitting the ball, and then it would just be like it would go like, nope, 15 love, and I'm like,
no, they'll fix it. What they'll do is they'll put everybody on a synced delay, and they'll fix it, and there'll be a buffer, so you'll be playing at similar times. Yeah. It'll actually delay the other person, whoever's slower. They'll figure it out. They do it in Mario Kart, and it works good. Dude, this is a beta. I mean, this is a demo.
I know. But playing out the demo, the last Mario Tennis game I ever played was the 64 one. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the GameCube, Wii, and was there one for Wii U?
No, not on Wii U, but there's one on the 3DS. I've talked about it.
Yeah. So I don't know, like, so I can't really compare them to all those, and I don't even remember Mario Tennis 64 at all. But the game felt very fun. It felt very polished. A lot of cool moves you could do. Like each person has their own like special ability and all that stuff, and it seems like it'd be a fun little party game between friends, and then even playing it with my kids, it seems like it'd be fun. So I think this is going to be a definite pickup for me.
Tons of replay, tons of multiplayer, tons of local multiplayer. I mean, dude, that's Nintendo in a nutshell. They what they do it right, man. I'll tell you, when it comes to games like that. I'm super stoked for this game, and I've said it before, I'm a huge Mario Tennis fan. I've played them all. I don't know why I didn't fuck with this yet, man. I guess I just have my head up my ass. I'm going to try to get it after we get off here and play it so I can at least check it out. But I think it comes out on the 22nd, and I'm probably going to pre-order that. Matt, you pre-ordered some stuff this week, didn't you?
Yeah, I pre-ordered Mega Man 11 and Mega Man X Collection.
Yeah, so good shit. More good shit coming out on the Switch. The Switch is ramping up. I mean, we said it again, guys, especially when we did the 1 year anniversary of the Switch. And if you were waiting, now is your chance. And if you like mobile gaming, and now
pretty much all I've been playing lately is just the Switch.
Keep in mind too, if you ever plan on like hacking it or whatever, there's a rumored revision getting ready to come out for the Switch, so you might want to grab one sooner rather.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
That hardware exploit.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways, so what else, Matt?
So I also downloaded that free-to-play Pokemon game, Pokemon Quest, and it's a mobile game through and through. You essentially you pick one of 5 starting Pokemon. They only have the original 150 Pokemon, and the 5 that you can choose from are Squirtle, Bulbasaur, Charmander, Pikachu, and Eevee. I chose Squirtle because I'm not a bitch ass motherfucker.
Wow. Okay.
Because you always choose Squirtle, and if you choose anyone else, you're all wrong. Don't at me on Twitter about that. So
wow. Wow. I'm adding you right now about it, actually.
All right. But so it's, like I said, it's very mobile-esque. You can you go to certain areas. You first get a team of Pokemon. You can have 3 Pokemon on a team, and they do these like attacks, and you fight other Pokemon, and then you basically gain crafting stuff in order to cook food, and you cook so much food, and then you can attract another Pokemon to your little island or something. And but you can only go and attack, you can only do levels so many times before you run out of energy, and then you have to use tickets to get your energy back. And but like I said, it's very mobile. You can do everything.
Freemium, I dare you say?
Freemium, yes, that's a good way of putting it. So
gross.
Yeah, it is, but it's a very polished freemium. I am having fun with it. It's just sort of like one of those games I play for 10, 15 minutes, and then when I have to wait for everything to recharge, I'm like, okay, I'm done. And I've been playing it, when did it come out? Thursday or Friday or something like that?
I think we saw it on Friday or something like that.
Yeah, I've been playing it every day since then, and a couple times a day. And
Jesus.
I have like 12 or 15 Pokemon now, and it's fun. Like I said, it's not the greatest. Don't get me wrong. If you're not a fan of freemium type games, this is not for you at all. But as a quick little pick-me-up, and it is Pokemon related, it's fun.
Are you maybe looking at it with rose-colored glasses a little bit too because of Pokemon and because you like Pokemon? Is that possible?
Yeah. Oh yeah. If this was anything else but Pokemon, I wouldn't touch this with a 50-foot stick.
Wow. Okay, so there you go. That's a really honest opinion too. Yeah. So okay, all right. Yeah. I'm not interested in it. I especially now that you've talked about it, like you turned me off on it completely, Matt.
Yeah, I mean that's fun. I mean, like I said, it's extremely freemium, but it is fun. No, but it's sort of like how we have some of the people in the office, like Corey when he used to play that Star Wars game, remember, on the phone.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
It's very similar to that. Like you can only do so much things before it starts recharging your battery or some shit.
That shit. I hate that shit so much. I guess though, if they were like, "Yo, it's $15," nobody would buy it. So
Though I will say this for them, there are some stuff you can buy on the store for it, like additional content or whatever, but it looks to be like a one-time purchase. You just buy it once and that's it. You unlock it and it doesn't seem like there's more shit to buy. You know what I mean?
that's kind of nice. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a little redeeming quality there, I guess.
Now that may change,
Of course it will. Yeah.
But so that's just one thing I've noticed is you can buy certain stuff and it only looks to be one-time purchase and that's it.
They need to be careful that they don't saturate this Pokemon market, especially with games, because it's going to come crashing down, and then we're going to go into a rut of no good Pokemon stuff for a while.
Yeah. Hopefully. We'll see.
Let's try and remember to talk about the upcoming Pokemon game.
Yeah, because I'm definitely excited about it.
Yeah, for sure. Me too.
So I've been playing Mega Man again. I beat Mega Man 3 today, and I still have to say, I read a review on Mega Man 3 today saying it was one of the easiest Mega Mans, and I just have to disagree with that. Mega Man 3 it felt like a pain in the ass, because Mega Man 1 and 2 were piss-ass easy. They were both extremely easy games, but Mega Man 3, I don't know, there's just something about it that gives me trouble. And it's not really the level design or the level layout, it's just some of the bosses in Wily's Fortress that can just be such a pain in
Oh
the
my
ass.
God. Yes. Okay. I stopped on the Legacy Collection. I had to give up on 3 and I went to 4. And I think I'm still stuck on 4. I don't think I progressed, but I never finished it. You're right. The Wily bosses on 3 are hard as shit. And I'm not great at beating those bosses either.
Yeah. And so I started Mega Man 4 today too, and I've only beaten the first 2 bosses, and right away, this is my favorite Mega Man, hands down. It just brings back so many memories, and I think this was the first Mega Man I played. If it was either this one or Mega Man 1, I can't remember which one I first played, but I definitely played Mega Man 4 a lot more as a child, though.
Is that one of the more rare ones? The harder to find nowadays? Is that one of the more expensive ones?
I want to say it's 5 or 6 are one of the harder ones. I think 5 is one of the harder ones to find. I want to say. I know Mega Man 7 is definitely fucking
Oh yeah,
rare.
yeah. No, I saw one for like $300 the other day. Mega Man Foe. Looks like a real one with cosmetic. No, it's cheap. It's like $30-$40 shipped. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Shit. Well, nice. And you're saying it's one of the best ones. So
To me, it is.
I'd agree. I like it. It's all the features are there. Like you've got. Can you wait? Can you? I know you can charge. Can you slide in 4? You can slide
Yep.
in 4, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because
So
you can first slide in 3.
3, right? And the charge up comes in 3 as well, or 2?
No, 4.
2. 4?
Yeah.
Oh wow! So that's when you first get. Okay. All right,
Yeah.
Shit, I need to get my shit together, you guys. Okay. Well, there you go. So it's fully featured Mega Man. So if that's a problem for you, then that's a good place to start, and it's hella cheap too, which is sweet. Or you can just get the Legacy Collection, like everybody else is doing. Shit.
Man. Yeah. So then, I started playing more of one of my pickups from last week, Lord of the Rings: Two Towers on PS2. I'm more than halfway done with the game now.
Oh my God!
And yeah, it's not a very long game.
Whoa! I didn't realize you've been playing the shit out of that.
Yeah, I still have my save file from back in 2004 on
Oh,
this.
I thought you just started it. Okay.
No.
right.
Oh no, I played this before, and my save file from 2004, I 100% the game completely, because you have 4 characters that you can level up to level 10, and I got everybody up to level 10 and all that stuff, and unlocked everything, the secret levels and all that, and beat it all. But now that I'm doing a new save file, it's like shit. This game's it's not hard, but it's more like fuck. I don't remember like how to play or anything like that. I used to be really good at it, and now I'm just just acting like I'm 5 years old, not even knowing what I'm doing, which is a daily occurrence. So.
That's how you live your life. Hey, real quick, not to go back to Mega Man 4, but I just saw it when I was on eBay looking that up. There's a Mega Man 4 on Game Boy. Is that the same as on NES?
I feel like we've talked about this before. No, it's not. It has some of the same bosses in it, but it's not a full. It's not the full game.
I feel like, okay, I'm sorry. We might have talked about this. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. My
No,
memory isn't the best. Okay.
No, but no, you're good. It's
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail you, but I felt like I needed to ask that, and it was useless. So, my bad.
So once I'm done with that, then I'm gonna make my way to Return of the King on PS2, and then probably start playing the Third Age, which is the RPG version of Lord of the Rings, which should be fun. And so then the last game I'm playing right now is just a game I got yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Yeah. Planescape Torment. It's a digital pickup. And Steam.
Is that Steam?
Yeah, Steam is doing a Dungeons and Dragons video game sale right now this weekend. And one of those games was Planescape Torment. And I've never played this game before. If you've played games like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 and Neverwinter Nights, Planescape Torment plays very much the same. I'm about almost 2 hours into the game now. And I don't know what the fuck I'm doing at all. I escaped from the first dungeon that you start in, and I'm in some town trying to find some place. And of course, it was a game back then where they tell you, oh, hey, you got to go here. And there's no map to try to help you where to find that place. So you're just wandering around trying to find it. So it's definitely old school feeling. It does have enhanced HD graphics, aka they just upped the resolution of the game. So I'm
looking at it now. It still looks cool though.
Oh yeah,
it still looks cool. I mean, you call it old school, but I mean, it still looks fun as shit, and it's only $4. I mean, you can't go wrong.
No, I mean it's a fine game. I'm having fun with it, and it's very D&D-esque.
Does it play a lot like Diablo?
No,
it looks like is it not like click to move and all that?
It is click to move, but it plays more like if you've never played Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, it plays very much like Fallout 1 and 2.
Okay. Okay, I get what you're saying there. Yeah, I can see that.
And like I said, it's a fun game. You start off you wake up in this what do they call it? A mortuary, and you're this zombie guy who has no recollection of who he is, and your first buddy that you meet is a floating, flaming skull who, tells you like, hey, you showed up here and let's get you out here now. And you got to try to figure your way out of how to get out of that first dungeon. And that's where I got stuck yesterday. I was playing like over an hour and I'm just like, how the fuck do you get out of here? And of course, games back then, they don't tell you or point you where to go. There's this small little door that you had to really look around for it in order to click it and to get out. And I'm like, oh, so I spent like almost 2 hours today and try to fucking find this stupid little door.
How do you deal with games that do that in today's climate, Matt? Do you deal well? Because I can't handle it. I wish I could, but it pisses me off, and I end up looking up like how-tos or guides and shit.
The thing that is saving this game for me is the story and the characters of it.
Right.
I mean, the combat is the same as Baldur's Gate or Fallout. But if it wasn't for the story and the characters and me actually wanting to progress in the game, I would have quit already by now.
Okay. So, but how, like, not just in this game, but other games that are like that, like, I mean, shit, even a lot of Final Fantasies that we still love, you know what I mean? Or that.
It really depends on, I think it really depends on if I'm getting into the game or not. If I'm not, then I'm just going to say fuck it and not play it.
I just have the hardest time. Like, I don't know. I used to have more patience, I guess. Maybe it's an attention thing from, what we're used to in this day and age. But shit, dude, like, I just can't. I can't even deal. Like, I forgot something playing Pokemon the other day. I busted out Yellow, and I'm like halfway through it.
Forget something in Pokemon?
Well, of course, as soon as I frickin' Google it, you know what I mean? Like, it hit. But it was like, even to that extent, like, I didn't even like give myself 5 minutes to figure out. I was like, fuck this, pull my phone out and started looking it up, dude. I don't know what it is, but I can't deal with that shit anymore, man.
Yeah, like I said, to me, it all depends on the game. That's it for me.
So what else? You got one more thing on there you didn't talk about. Well, it's a pickup. I guess you didn't play it. So my bad.
No.
I was like,
I can go into my pickups real quick.
yeah, go for it.
So I'll save the best two for last. So you and I went to a game shop last week, and we looked at, the store. Well, let me talk about the store first.
Here we go again.
Smelled like shit. It was
it
stunk to high hell, and it was messy as fuck. And I told you this after we left. If I hadn't have been there with you, like if I had just gone there by myself, I would have left immediately. I would have walked in, looked at the entire mess around, and just be like, nope, and get the fuck out.
Dude, it's like a theme with these fucking small-time game stores around here. They're either hella rip-off or they're disgusting or they're both.
Yeah. I mean, you can't win. You can't win with this kind of shit. But I managed to pick up 2 cheap PlayStation 2 games. I feel like now is the time to get PS2 games because we're not there at that level yet because everybody's still about Nintendo 64 and GameCube and PS1 and all that. There's going to come a time in probably like 5 years time where everybody's like, oh, PS2. So. Oh
yeah, and isn't that sad? Because that means that's the people that grew up with that shit are coming around to it.
I know.
Oof. Jeez.
Yeah. So I picked up Lord of the Rings: Fellowship of the Ring. It's a wretched, terrible game. It's not made by EA. If you've ever played this game, really don't bother. It's really bad. I picked it up because I played it when I was in high school or college, and of course Lord of the Rings was so big at that time. I loved it. But when I went back and tried to play it just the other day, I loaded up my old save file, which I was at the final boss, and I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. The controls were wickedly bad. So yeah, I don't recommend playing this game to anybody.
Is it early PS2 or shitty PS2 where like they didn't even let you run the camera with like the right thumbstick?
Well, no, they let you run the camera with the right thumbstick, but it's so goddamn slow. And you can't speed it up. But no, this game came out around the same time as Two Towers and Return of the King. But I don't even remember who the fuck it was made by. I'd have to look it up. But it's just a wretched game. It's bad. But, if you're really into Lord of the Rings and you want a different experience that's not based on the Lord of the Rings movies, and this is a little bit more based on the books, then I would recommend checking this out. But it's bad. It's a bad game. The other game that I picked up was Lord of the Rings: The Third Age, the RPG game of the EA Lord of the Rings games.
EA / New Line Cinema.
Yeah.
Like the movie based Lord of the Rings.
So this game takes place during the same time as the Lord of the Rings movies, but you're playing other people, and sometimes you may get someone from the Fellowship join your party for a little bit. I never beat this game. I got up as far as the Mines of Moria, and you're there at the same time the Fellowship is there, but you're on the other side of Moria compared to where the Fellowship is. And there's at one point, if I remember correctly, like you see the Balrog chasing the Fellowship, and at one point when the Balrog is trying to make his way to the Fellowship, you have to fight the Balrog, and then I think you guys lose or some shit, and then the Balrog goes, and that's when it fights Gandalf or some shit. So it's a fun little RPG game from what I remember. It's not the best RPG, but if you're a Lord of the Rings fan, it's definitely pretty fun just to see the whole Lord of the Rings movies happen from a different point of view, in a sense. So, and the game was cheap too. It was like what, $4 or $5 or something.
If that, yeah, crazy cheap.
Whoa! I just saw in chat you've never played any of the Elder Scrolls, not even Skyrim.
Well, that's why I was gonna get Skyrim when it came out on the Switch. I still haven't.
No! Don't you ever fucking pick Skyrim up on a console when you have that gaming PC.
Dude, I know, but I'm more likely to play. I never play games on my PC, bro.
No. You never play Elder Scrolls games or Fallout games on consoles. You just don't do it. you play them on PC because that is the master race right there.
I know, but like I may not play it then though. Like that's the thing. Like I don't know. I hear you. I mean, I know it looks 10 times better, but I know I'm
and
a terrible
plays
gamer.
10 times better. It's
look. I've seen Skyrim, and I haven't like
Skyrim.
Like I've screwed around in it. You know what I mean? Like somebody else had it going on or whatever, but like I never like played it. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm aware of it and shit like that, but.
Yeah, I was looking at Skyrim for the Switch because I love Skyrim. It's such a fun game. Morrowind is such a good Elder Scrolls game. Oblivion.
That's like the MMO, right? Is that Oblivion or Morrowind? Which one's the MMO?
It's just called Elder Scrolls Online.
Scrolls. Okay.
Yeah, Morrowind is the third one. Oblivion's the fourth one. Skyrim's the fifth one. And then the first two, Arena and I forget the other one's name. But the first two are free to play now. You can just download them. Even Bethesda just hands them out for free.
That's smart.
Yeah,
you know they're not going to make no money off of it. Might as well.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So I mean, they were fun games at the time. They're pretty hard to play now. You know, because they're so old. Even Morrowind is starting to age. Like if you don't mod Morrowind now, it's getting harder to play that game. But anyways, no, I was looking at Skyrim on the Switch, and the load times killed it for me. Like I was just watching some people play, and the load times were going from like inside a house or from then outside to the world. It was taking like 20 to 30 seconds to load. I'm like, nope. When I can play it on my PC and it takes 2 seconds, if that, to load between screens, I'm like, nope, I can't do it.
Damn, bro. Yeah. We live in some serious times right now where we have zero tolerance for any of that shit.
Well, especially when the PC versions are the better experience for them.
Well, I see it. That shit doesn't bother me as bad as it bothers you, Matt. Like, all right, so if you were to play a PS1 game on your PS2, you know it's a superior experience because it's faster. It's a faster CD drive. It's faster. It's got faster RAM. It's got more RAM. Like it's faster. Yeah. Their load times. But like for me, like I still like playing it on the PS1, and I don't mind those load times. I think they're charming. What would you play on a PS1, or do you only play PS1 stuff on your PS2 or PS3?
Well, remember, I don't have a PS1 right now,
so you only play it on there. So man, if you were on a PS1, you might have some negative shit to say about it. Then you might not play it.
No, I think for convenience sake, I'd probably still play on my PS2 because it's just more convenient for me instead of having to switch back and forth. But I mean, I don't really mind. I just want a PS1 just to have it, really.
They look cool. They're nice to look at. They're aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah. So I guess going into other pickups, I know we don't talk about digital games so much or like what we buy, but I did pick up Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 HD and Planescape Torment on that D&D sale that's going on Steam.
I didn't realize they were HD. I thought they were just the games.
No. And they look, I mean, like I said, they up the resolution so you can play it on your, latest gaming PC, and it looks nice, and yeah, I played Baldur's Gate 1 long time ago, and then I've never played 2, and I've never played Planescape, but
I seriously cannot believe you never played Baldur's Gate 2. Like that was like the game.
And I've heard that's better than the first one.
Oh, it's not even close. Like honestly, like I never finished 1 because they were both out, and I just didn't somebody gave me 1 or something that was done playing it, and like somehow I don't know, mowing lawns or working or whatever. I had the money, and I just was like, I'm gonna go get 2, and I put it in. I never went back to 1. Like never. It was too different. Phenomenal game. You can put hundreds of hours into that shit. Like if you really want to, like you totally can. I'm looking at it on here. It looks really good. It looks like how I thought of it, how I remember it. Although I know that it wouldn't if you played the.
It's,
you know what I mean.
Instead of the way you're looking at it now, it was instead 320 by 280 or some shit, or 640 by 480. The resolution.
It probably was, and that was that was a lot of resolution back then too.
Yeah, it was.
You know, like that's the sad thing because consoles were like still 240 back then.
Do you remember when 800 by 600 came out for PCs? Dude, that was the shit when you could play that resolution.
But I hated it because I loved it. Obviously, it was great, and I had a monitor that would do it and everything. But I hated it because, like, at first, like, no games took advantage of it. So you would be like disgusted when your shit would change the resolution when it would like boot up like Duke Nukem or something. You know?
Oh,
like,
I know. So yeah, I got those. So my other two pickups that I got that, since I got that Suikoden Tactics last week at MegaCon, got me to want to get some of the other Suikoden games, and yes, I am gonna get Suikoden 2 one day, maybe very soon, hopefully, if I can just save up the money for it. So I picked up Suikoden 3 and 4 for PS2, and those are the cheapest of the main series Suikoden games.
Yeah, for sure. You were stoked to find. I was stoked when you saw those, dude. That was pretty cool find. You got those at did you get those at MegaCon?
No. I picked them up. I got them online. I found on eBay. Two really good deals that I couldn't pass up.
I thought those were the ones you got at MegaCon. I'm sorry.
No. I got Tactics at MegaCon.
Tactics, right.
So, if you've never played a Suikoden game, I definitely don't recommend playing 3 and 4 if you want to have a good entry to the series. 1, 2, or 5 are perfect entries in the Suikoden series. 3 and 4 are probably games for the people that are more hardcore into the series, that actually really care about the stories and all that stuff, because none of the games interconnect with each other. You can play any Suikoden game in any order, but there is an order to the games in terms of the timeline, because they all take place in the same world, but different parts of the world, but at different times in the world as well too. Like Suikoden 3 is the last game, or the game that takes place in the latest part of the timeline, I guess, if you want to call it a timeline.
Right.
And what is it? Suikoden Tactics is technically the first, then Suikoden 4, then 1, 2, 5, then 3.
What a mess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, none of them connect or anything. There's very loose connections to each game. And
that's smart though for getting people into a series of games, because you don't have to worry about playing the previous ones. You know?
Yeah, but like I said, if you've never played a Suikoden game, stay away from 3 and 4. You're gonna have a very bad taste in your mouth. They're only for people that are really, really into this series. But I mean, if you want to give it a shot, do it. Go ahead, but you're not gonna have a good time because they're not very good games. And so that's pretty much my pickups, man. I took over a lot of time there.
No problem, dude. Hey, man, we got stuff to talk about. I got tons of shit, so no worries, man. No worries at all. So real quick, I do want to point out in the chat going on here, we got MTG Biker Boy was asking if we remembered Amiga or anything like that, and yes. Yeah. My dad got me one. It was old when he got it for me, and I kind of didn't really care about it back then. But I did have it, and I did play it. I did mess with it. And when I did my stupid stint of trading in all of my game consoles and games to get a PS1 with Final Fantasy VII and no memory card, which was really dumb, but not that young. The first games console I ever played was a Atari 2600 and things like that. So
me too.
So yeah, I mean we're not that young. But yeah, so I just want to point that out. Yeah, we're kind of old. I mean, yeah. I do want to kind of bring it up. So speaking of the Atari 2600, something funny happened at work is I frequently bitch about how much I hate the Atari 2600. I think we talked about it on our Shit We Hate episode.
Yeah.
And I kind of felt bad because I went on a rant about how fucking terrible Donkey Kong looks on the Atari 2600, which it does. Yeah, it's a disgrace. Like, especially when like Pitfall looks so good on the 2600. Like, there's no reason. So anyway, I went on my rant about how Intellivision was out at the same time and crushed it, and I started pulling up videos that there's tons of YouTube videos comparing the 2600 and the Intellivision and stuff, and it's not even close. Like, the Intellivision is like what games that era should have been. And one of the guys that we work with, Chris, he's like, He's like, yeah, man, but the Intellivision was like crazy expensive, and he like totally like humbled me back down because I wasn't like they weren't new when I was that young. Like they had been out for a while. And he's like, yeah, like we couldn't like afford that. He's like, it's all we had. So I felt really bad, but and he's right. The Atari was $150 and the Intellivision was $300, and we're talking the early mid '80s. So that was I mean, $300 now is nothing to shake a stick at a console. So, anyways, yeah. So I still maintain the Intellivision is my favorite from that era, and I wish I had one. Back then, but and I still hate the 2600. I just thought it was funny because it came up at work today. So,
oh man, that's funny.
So pickups, projects, games for me. So I already talked about that. I went to the Tampa Bay RetroCon yesterday and checked that out, and I got a bunch of shit. I got Streets of Rage 2 on the Genesis, which we need to play, Matt.
Yeah, we do.
1 was a lot of fun to play together, but 2's better because there's no friendly fire. You can't beat the shit out of each other. I picked up one that you've been talking about quite a bit, and you've told me to get before for a shoot 'em up on the SNES. I got UN Squadron. Finally.
You play it yet?
I haven't had a chance yet. I was going to last night, but I worked on my project that I'm going to get to. I didn't have a Commodore 64 MTG. But I've played them and seen them, and they're pretty cool. Let's see. What else did I get? Melissa, and if you follow us on Instagram, you would be up to date. Melissa got a pickup. She got Joe and Mac on the Super Nintendo,
which is awesome. That was such a fun game.
It's a really good game. I've never actually owned a copy of it. I've only ever like emulated it, but I've played the shit out of it. She likes it a lot. She has a lot of good memories of it, and we just so happened to come across one, and I threw it in and got a deal on it. So super happy, and she was super stoked to get it, which never happens, you guys. Melissa loves playing like older games and stuff like that. Like she's a boss at all the old Marios and stuff, and she plays all the new Nintendo stuff and a bit of. But she could give a shit less when I start talking about old stuff.
Yeah.
Or how excited I am or whatever deal. Dude, she lit up when that dude had that. So pretty cool that was able to happen. Let's see. Aiden got the first Titanfall on Xbox One for $1 yesterday. He's a fan of Titanfall. Whoa. He plays Titanfall 2, and he wanted to see what the story was on the first one, so we got it for $1. So not bad.
I don't even think there was a single player in the first one.
There's not. That's the downfall. We didn't know it until we got it, so he's kind of pissed about that. But hey, it was $1, and the servers are still up. You can still play it. What else? So you guys have these Five Below listeners. I don't know if you guys, anybody in the chat, if you guys have heard, there's these stores called Five Below. Matt, have you heard of them?
Oh yeah. I've been there plenty. I've actually found some decent board games or even books there before. That's
like the millennial dollar store, right? Like, because like $5 is the new dollar. So
yeah, which I can't even get mad about that. It's a fun store. My kids fucking love the shit out of that store.
It's a killer store.
Yeah.
Chris was there. Excuse me, and they had a shitload of amiibos for $5.
Oh, are you fucking serious?
Yeah. And most of them were nothing ones. And he, and honestly, like I'm kind of done collecting all these NFID things. Like we have so many of the damn what's the monsters? Fuck. They come with a portal. Started it all. Why can't I think of it?
What are you talking about?
They're like amiibos. They come with the portal. Skylanders. Jesus.
Okay. We don't have any of that.
We have so many Skylanders. We have so much of the Lego, whatever that is with the portal that like, I'm just over it. Like I don't want a bunch of amiibos. I don't want that shit floating around. So I kind of like half-assed it. And then like it caught my eye. They had a Rob, like the robot, the NES robot Rob.
Yeah.
They had one of the amiibos there, but something didn't look right in the picture he sent me. So I zoomed in and it's the Famicom one. So I'm like, oh, that's weird. Why would that be here in the U.S.? So I had him pick it up for me. Turns out they were all the ones they had there are the European ones. They're all from Europe.
Shit.
Yeah, they have like the English is the first language, but then like German is the second language, and like the English has like they spell color with a U and shit.
Yeah.
So it's straight up the European amiibos. So it's got like the Famicom Rob instead of the NES Rob. So he's like different colors and shit. Pretty cool little amiibo. So for $5, I was like, hey, grab me that. That looks pretty fucking rad. So just goes to show you, game shit can be found in like the weirdest places.
Yeah, I know, man. They've had games. I mean, they sell games there like PS3 or PS4 games. Sometimes it's usually the ones that no one ever buys. But
right.
I mean, I've seen Assassin's Creed be sold there before. So I mean, sometimes there are the AAA titles that get sold there for $5. So it's always nice to just check it out and see if they have anything good there.
So what else did I get? I skipped some stuff. So when last episode, I hadn't had any pickups yet. Matt, you had your pickups from MegaCon, but I hadn't yet. I was holding out. So we went back, and I got some shit. I got 2 towers there, Matt. Is it the one I got there?
No, you got Return of the King.
Return of the King. So Matt had picked up Return of the King at MegaCon, and we realized that you can network play with each other on there and co-op it. And we were joking like, oh, it might be cool to play this or whatever. So we went around, and Matt found it for like $4 or $5 for me. So I grabbed that. So that was a pickup at MegaCon. I also got a Genesis 6-button joystick there, which is pretty cool because it was still in the box. And it's like new condition, and these are normally about $80 or so with the box. And the dude
crazy.
Dude let it go for $25 at MegaCon. So I grabbed that shit as fast as I could. I played a bunch of shoot 'em ups with it last week. I wouldn't say they're games I've been playing because they're it's shit I'm familiar with, like the Thunder Force games and stuff like that. But I just want to try it out, and I did play them for quite a while. That's how those games should be played. That joystick makes life so much easier for shoot 'em ups. Pretty cool pickup. I got my eye open for another one because that'll be fun if like we were to play like Streets of Rage 2. If we both had that, it'd be like arcade style, and it'd be pretty rad. I grabbed that. That was a hell of a fucking deal. Marcel at work gave me Killzone on the Vita. Killzone Mercenary. On the Vita. I guess he doesn't have a Vita anymore, and it was just sitting around. He's like, "No, you can have it." I was like, "Oh shit!" So he gave me that. So I was like, "Tight, thank you."
That's sweet.
Yeah, dude, free game, and it's actually one of the like must-have games of the Vita if you're into like shooters, which I am. Yeah, I am. So stoked to have that one on the free. Matt, the stinky, smelly, messy game store that we went to, you and I grabbed Lord of the Rings 2 Towers for I think $3. So I'm working on my Lord of the Rings PS2 collection as well.
Well, I mean, I think I have all the Lord of the Rings games for PS2, so you're just missing 2 games now.
I have to finish it now. I mean, shit.
Well, I don't know. Should we count the Hobbit game?
Yeah,
that's
I mean, it's part of the same universe.
Yeah, and that game's probably the worst out of the lot, worse than Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah, I never played it, so
it's wretched.
I love how honest you are.
I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat things for people.
Not gonna church it up.
No.
The other thing I got was another Vita game there at the stinky, smelly, nasty game store. Was Freedom Wars on the Vita, which is an action RPG.
I gotta look up this game.
It's pretty cool. It's the story isn't the best of the JRPGs on the Vita, but gameplay wise, it's pretty good. It's always in like the top 5 or so must-have JRPGs on the Vita, which is the reason why I bought the Vita. And dude got that copy sealed for $12. Still sealed, which is a shame because I'm gonna open it. But they're usually about 20, 25 online, not sealed. So that was a hell of a find in a store, no less. So I had to grab that, and I'd been looking for it anyways.
Have you played it yet?
No, I haven't touched it. I'll get into what I'm playing and why here in just a second. But I have to. I think I have to play more Persona first, and that's the next game I'm moving on to. So, anyways, shit tons of pickups for both of us. Just kind of happened. And one of the pickups that I left out and I want to talk about is I picked up another Game Boy Advance SP. And if you guys remember way back, it's like a year ago or more, I picked one up. And it's the one that looks like an NES. Like it's like the throwback looking one. It literally looks like an NES. When you open it up, like the controller scheme and all that, like the buttons are the same color, and like it's got like that like texture to it that the NES controllers have on the face, and it's got when you close it, it looks like an NES. It's got like the vent like lines going down the top right side of it and shit. Mm-hmm. It's freaking cool. The problem with that one is that it's a AGS001, and that's like this part of the serial number or the model number, and that one is a frontlit, not a backlit Game Boy Advance. And for a while, I was super stoked to have it. I could play all my Game Boy games and everything in the dark, didn't have to worry about it. But I did notice you have to hold it at really, really weird angles, even though that it's lit, and it's kind of was getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
And so I started researching it, and it's like, yeah, you really need the AGS 101, which is the last revision of the SP because it's backlit. So I started looking. You can't mod the front-lit ones. It's not how it works. There's nothing you can do. And I'm like, well, I hate to sell this one. It's the cool NES-looking one. You know, I like it a lot aesthetically. It pleases me. So I was like, fuck it, I'll deal with it. And I started looking around for deals on the 101s, and they aren't anywhere to be found. They're expensive. They're like $80 to $120 for the backlit Game Boy Advance SPs, and for good reason. I mean, that's the one to have. It's the last thing.
Wait, the one that I have is.
Do you have a 101 or a 001?
Hold on, let me take a look.
All right, so they're really, they're not hard to find, but they're sought after, and it makes sense because you can play backlit, you can play Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games, anytime, anywhere.
How do I tell?
What color is yours?
It's blue.
It's not. It's a 001. A couple ways you can tell. One, they only came in certain colors. Two, look at like your cell phone screen. How when it's off, it's black. And how the screen on your Game Boy is color. If you have a backlit Game Boy Advance, it'll be dark like your cell phone screen.
Okay.
So there's a couple ways. One, you can just look at the screen. If it's not dark, like black almost, it's not backlit. If you want to learn the colors will tell you. But of course, you can just look on the back in the top left corner of the little serial number sticker. It'll say AGS 001 or 101. And that's really how you tell.
I guess I don't have a sticker because I can't see it. I don't see anything.
It's, I can't get to mine or I'd hold it up for the camera. But yeah. So anyway, there's really nothing wrong with the 001. I've been playing mine for a year, and it's tight, and it's better than, trying to play with like a Game Boy Color. I mean, I'm not gonna.
Would this be front lit then?
That's front lit, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So here, take it, Matt. Hold it like with like the screen down, and like put your hand like flip the screen up, and like the very top part of the screen, point it at your hand, and if it looks like a flashlight, a shitload of because. The light comes from the bottom of the screen and it shoots across it.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah, so all the light kind of escapes the top because it's got to shine across it.
I see what you're here.
Yeah. So again, I've had no problems with it. Hold on. So he's looking at his and it says it should be AGS 001. Is that front lit? That is front lit, sir. In the chat there, MTG Biker Boy. Front lit again. I was super happy with mine. There was, holding it weird angles in bed and stuff was kind of pissing me off. So, and I'm a nerd. I mod all this shit. So I looked into it. And I'm like, oh, there is a backlit one and there is no way to mod mine. So yesterday at the Tampa Bay RetroCon, I found one for $60, 101, the backlit one, which is roughly half price ish for what they're going for shipped. So I fucking grabbed it and I swapped you have to swap all the guts over. You can't just change the screen. Like they're not compatible.
Damn, really?
No, you have to swap the guts over. So like, cause at first I was like, oh, I'll just find one that doesn't work, but the screen's okay. Nope.
Good luck with
So
that.
Yeah, so I swapped all the guts over, and I even took Melissa's hair dryer and I heated up the serial number sticker on the back and swapped those over too. So it even says that it's a 101 now, because I'm a nerd like that. So I have like presumably one of the few, if only, NES looking Game Boy Advance SPs that's backlit, and I am happy as could be. So anyways, yeah, so that was fun. I put, if you're a member of like Tampa Bay Trade Day, or there's like a Nintendo group that's part of that on Facebook with us, you can see I put a bunch of pictures up. I'm gonna put them on the Instagram. I was just waiting until this episode went live. I'll show you guys kind of the before, the after, and what it looks like, and the during process with the friggin' parts everywhere. So many buttons and pieces.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's a thing. And if you want a backlit one, I honestly, unless you're stupid like me and you have to have a certain shell on yours, just buy one that's already backlit if you have to have a backlit. If you just want to play lit up Game Boy games, like where you can play without the fucking sun being directly on it, there's nothing wrong with the 001s, and they're a lot cheaper. They're a lot fucking cheaper. They can easily be $40-$50 instead of $80 to $120. So, but yeah, so anyways, that was what I did last night. I sat there and took those apart and worked on it. And Matt, I didn't ruin any screens this time.
Yeah, I was going to say, were you scared at all?
No, this is a pretty straightforward mod. There's really nothing to fuck up. You're literally just unbolting shit and bolting it back in.
Oh, okay.
There's really not much that can go wrong on this. This isn't like a custom thing. The screens aren't glued in or anything. They just come out. So there's really nothing to worry about. I mean, potentially you could break shit, but you're probably not going to. So yeah, not a major mod, but one that I did, and it was fun, and I've kind of beat that to death. But I am excited because I have the shit now.
Yeah, did you put picture? I know you put pictures up somewhere. Did you put it on Instagram?
I just said I think you were looking for something there, but I'll put them up. I was waiting for the episode to air because I was going to talk about it.
Okay.
And I had some pictures I had just put up that I don't like to bomb it with a shitload of pictures on there, because then shit gets missed or whatever. But yeah, I'm going to put them up. I got before, after, during, all that. I'm going to put it all up on the Instagram. You guys check it out. Pretty cool. And honestly, like even in pictures, like the difference between the screens is phenomenal. In fact, they're right behind me. I'm going to hold it up to the camera because it's pretty crazy, the difference. Hold on.
Okay. He's getting up right now to show us the Game Boys right now. And yep, there he is.
All right. So if you're on the live stream, you can see shit. Hold on. I can't see on my end though. I got to pull up Skype. No, wait, show me. How do I see me?
No, you can't.
Oh, no. There we go. All right, I got it. So the one with the sticker here on the right was originally the backlit one. It's blue. This is for sale, by the way. If anybody's looking for a front lit, perfectly working Game Boy, let me know.
What picture is that on it?
So it's like some sticker that you could have got. You know how Nintendo always like sells like accessories. It's just got a shitload of characters from all the different games and stuff on it. It's just a sticker. I actually kind of like it. I think it's kind of cool. It's kind of comic book looking.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so and then here's the NES one. This is the one that I really, really like. It's it's got all the color schemes from it. Even like the buttons and everything on it are really cool. NES looking. So if I hadn't gotten the NES one, I probably would have never done this. It's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
But I'll show you guys. So you can kind of even tell in the there you go.
The NES one definitely looks brighter.
Right. And it's not even that. It's like the glare and the weird angles. And I'll send the pics of them or whatever, but yeah, so one used to be one and one's the other, and so pretty cool. If you guys didn't know about your Game Boys, now you do. That's the way to play Game Boy is on NESP, because you can play all the old games at night. So so if anybody needs a Game Boy Advance SP, hit me up. The blue one is for sale. I have no use for it anymore. I have a charger.
Shit.
I have a charger for it and everything. So good times. What have I been playing, Matt? Let's see. I've been playing Far Cry. I played the tits off of Far Cry. In fact, right before we went live with the episode, out of the 3 regions, there's like 3 bosses for each region, and then the final boss. The last region boss, I just unlocked him, and then I had to pause it and come in here for the show. So, yeah, I've been playing the shit out of Far Cry. I'm hoping to finish it tonight, so I can go to Persona and work on that for a while, because I've been really looking forward to that. And I'm tired of not finishing good games. So, like, that's why I wanted to finish, God of War. I wanted to make sure and finish Uncharted on the Vita, and now I'm back to this. I'm gonna finish it before I really start a new game. So. I got some shit to say about Far Cry, Matt.
Go ahead.
They still haven't fixed this game. It's got some weird shit that happens.
Really?
In fact, dude, my 9-year-old, he doesn't even like sit and really watch me play it. But he'll walk by and be like, "Oh, Dad, that was a crazy glitch." Like, I guess he's walking by, he catches them. And but what happens? The one that's pissing me off, and it happens to me probably once or twice a sitting, is there's helicopters will like come after you.
Yeah.
All the fucking time in this game. If they fucking flying around and they see you, they come and follow you and try to shoot at you and whatever. I mean, it is what it is. What I don't like is you'll be in the middle of a mission and one will follow you back to where you're done with the mission, and it says go talk to so and so.
Yeah.
And because this helicopter's around, it says in conflict. Like, you can't talk to the person to finish the mission. And because they're concerned about the enemy being close or whatever. And like so many times it will just disappear. Like, they look like they're looking up in the air at it, but there's nothing there. Or it'll get stuck in a tree and you have to go find it and blow it up before you can move on. Dude, like, so many times I've had to redo entire missions because I couldn't end it. Like, I had to literally go to a previous save spot and start over. So, really annoying glitch. I really wish they'd work on that. Like, there's no need for that shit. Yeah, any enemies, cars, trucks, anything that gets hung up doing anything while you're trying to end a mission, if the NPCs like are aware that thing's following you, they won't talk to you until the enemies are disposed of. So, yeah, that's the big one that's getting me lately on that game. It's still a really fun game, and you can work around it, but, like, come on, man. Like, that's so fucking annoying.
That is pretty crazy, actually. That's,
yeah.
You know what it is? It's because they're too fucking lazy. They've already made their money off the game, and they're probably, what is it? Do they have DLC already for that game?
Yeah, so they're doing some cool shit, actually. If you paid for the season pass, they just announced, like last week, I think, that you're gonna get a like a PS4 redo version of Far Cry 3, which is pretty cool. I don't know if you're gonna be able to buy it separately. But yeah, they've announced a bunch of the DLC and stuff, and that's one of the things that the season pass people are getting. So they are still supporting it. However, I will tell you this: it updated like last week or the week before, and I haven't seen any patches since. Yeah, it's been like 2 weeks, and I haven't seen a patch on it. Like, there's been no updates, and I feel like this is something they could totally patch and fix. Because, like, a lot of games will, like, when you're trying to end shit, they'll ignore or they'll despawn the shit that's bothering you. You know what I mean? To work around it. I'm totally okay with that. So, yeah. I played last night when I finished the Game Boy Advance swap over. I played the shit out of that shoot 'em up that you and I picked up, Matt, that Nemesis game.
Yeah.
I remembered it. Matt always has to tell me.
And I don't even have the
game. Which, it's a Konami game, so it's not terrible. I played a lot of it last night, and I really like it. It's got a power-up system that's a lot like, what do you call it? Like Super R-Type or R-Type, like where you have to, you collect like power-up units, and then as you get more and more, you can bank them, and then that'll give you like you can cash in on like a better upgrade, or you can just keep upgrading like the same one over and over. So it's really cool. It gives you tons of those. I really started to enjoy it, and it actually, in color, like if you were to play it in a Game Boy Color or a Game Boy Advance, like the graphics are surprising, like really surprising on there for a Game Boy game. Like,
let me look it up again because I don't remember.
it has like depth to it. Like it almost has like different like layers, which I know the Game Boy kind of can do that, but dude, I don't hate it for a little handheld shoot 'em up. Like especially once you power your speed thing up a couple times and the ship starts moving easier. Dude, it's pretty good, man. It's Konami, so I mean, it's not.
I remember. Yeah, I'm looking at it. I gotta say, the graphics for it aren't that bad for a Game Boy game.
Yeah, exactly. And it's regular Game Boy. It's not even Game Boy Color. You know what I mean? So
I'm watching gameplay of it right now. There's Easter Island statues shooting shit at you.
Yeah, it's not terrible. I don't hate it. We kind of joked about it a little bit, and we're like, oh, that's all we'll ever have to play of it. But like, I just wanted to try a Game Boy game on the backlit screen to see what it would look like, and I just grabbed it. And dude, I sat down and played it for like almost an hour last night.
Oh wow!
Just dying and keep redoing it. It does have the Konami code. I didn't use it.
Okay.
Because Konami. But yeah. The other thing I did is when I got the Genesis 6-button joystick, I started trying it out with a bunch of games. I know it's best for like beat 'em ups and shoot 'em ups. But I did try it out on some platformers just to screw with it, and I ended up playing a bit more of Toe Jam and Earl Panic on Funkatron. Definitely play that game with a controller. Don't play it with the joystick.
You can't do it with that.
No, you can. You totally can. It's just, I don't know. It's not meant for that. It doesn't like, cause like the throw is like so long on the joystick, and sometimes like when you're in the air and need to switch direction, it's so much easier just to slide your thumb real quick. It's less movement, I guess. I don't know. It's a platformer, so that game is really good. Like it was really well done. Some people don't like it because he moves kind of slow or he's kind of floaty in the air.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. The game's deep for a Genesis platformer, that's not a Sonic. It's pretty deep. The levels are, they're interesting.
Yeah, the graphics look very extremely colorful.
The color, I was just gonna comment, dude. The color on that shit is just like.
Oh, did I lose you? Uh-oh. I think we're having some difficulties right now.
I'm going to get Mario Tennis.
There you are.
Oh, you got me?
Yeah, you froze up for like almost 20 seconds.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Damn. Probably because all the storms going on.
Probably. Yeah, because it's hurricane season, so we have about a daily hurricane going through.
Yeah. Yeah, the 7 o'clock hurricane's getting ready to roll through here. Yeah. So, but yeah, so I'm going to try out Mario Tennis tonight. The last chance I got. I'm going to do it as soon as we get off of here. Just to try it out to say that I tried it, but I'm going to try to beat Far Cry tonight and get that off my plate and have a clean slate. So, yeah. So, Matt, we got a couple of topics here, a couple of news stories. What do you want to talk about, sir?
I guess E3, because E3 is coming up, not this week, but next week.
Yep.
It's coming up. And you put, do we care? Does it matter? Anything we're expecting? The only thing I care about is just the Nintendo shit.
Did that sum it up?
Yeah, pretty much. I just want to know what Nintendo's got up their sleeve. And that's really it. I mean, the only thing I'm looking forward to with PlayStation is just the Call of Duty and Red Dead, but we already know. I mean,
I'm hoping we see more about them. We know about them, but I hope we get to see like a really good trailer for them.
Yeah, or just gameplay of it. I care more about gameplay than just trailer and all that shit.
So we're like 4 months away from Red Dead. Do you think they're going to show gameplay?
I want to say yes.
Yeah.
I know. I don't know.
So we already know that we're not going to see any hardware announced. Like,
no, because they said PlayStation 5's 3 years off, I think.
They straight up said not to expect any hardware talk. Yeah. That they're in like the ramp down of PS4. Yeah. Xbox obviously had the One X within a year ago, so that's not. I don't think we're going to see anything from Xbox as far as hardware goes. Switch. I mean, the Switch is only barely a year old, so a little over. So yeah, so I think it's going to be games. One of the news topics, I'm going to tie it into this, Matt. Is there's a leak that of some marketing paperwork from Nintendo that suggests that Fortnite is coming to the Switch.
And as much as I don't like that game, that's a good move for them.
Oh, you have to put that on there, dude.
Yeah.
It's mobile. Are you kidding me? Like, yeah, I mean, it's on cell phone, so it should be on there. But why I bring it up, Matt, isn't so much to talk about Fortnite, is more because you were wanting to know what Nintendo has up their sleeve, and that piece of paper that leaked has 9 different talking points essentially on there for Nintendo. Some of it we know. Mario Tennis Aces, obviously it comes out in 19 days.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z, we didn't know that was coming to it. I would have assumed it would have, but we didn't know.
Which makes me very interested in picking it up now.
Oh, now I really want it.
Yeah.
Now it makes a lot of sense. And it'll probably have some type of like local Wi-Fi play or something between switches.
Yeah, so we're going to have to bring it to the office, and then we just lock my office up.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have that. Yes,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then when shit is going down at work, we're just like, nope, I'm playing Goku, he's playing Piccolo or some shit. We got to fight each other.
Yeah. Paladins is coming to it. Not surprised by that.
What's
FIFA
that? What is Paladins? Is that some sort of like Dota thing?
It's kinda, and it's free. Or at least I know it's free on Xbox. I know Aiden and his buddies play it. Not a lot though either. Like they more go towards Titanfall and Minecraft and all that type of shit. What else? FIFA 19 does surprise me that it's coming out on there. Because generally those require they look really good graphically, the EA Sports games. So for them to dumb it down and throw it on there, I think it's a smart move on EA's part, and I like to see that EA is now developing pretty heavily for the Switch. So it's good to see, but I didn't think they'd port FIFA to it, but I'm glad they are.
Yeah.
There's this thing called Killer Black Queen or Killer Queen Black. I have no idea what that is. Do you know what that is?
Nope.
Starlink Battle for Atlas. No idea.
Oh, you've never heard of Starlink Battle for Atlas?
Mm-mm.
Neither have I.
Oh, dick. I thought you were about to educate me.
No, I have no fucking clue what that is.
I thought I was about to get learned.
Nope.
I can't tell what that is in the top right.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is?
Oh, God. What? I can't tell.
I don't know what that is. Some shit we don't know.
Yeah, well, we can't read it. Yeah, I don't know. And I don't know what this Overcooked 2 is. Did you already mention that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
No, I didn't. That was all I haven't talked about. I don't know what it is.
I think it's...
I don't know. So there's some shit we're going to learn about.
Cooking game. It's probably what it is.
Probably... Honestly, off of this list, the only thing, like, if you're into Fortnite, like, you're excited to hear that Fortnite's coming out on the Switch. We already knew about Mario Tennis. Dragon Ball Fighter Z is going to be cool, and I honestly could give a shit about the rest of them, which is depressing because I was hoping we would see something really big from Nintendo at E3. But I just thought about it, Matt. They even, like, when the Switch was coming out and all that, they didn't release a lot of big shit at E3. They waited till shortly thereafter and did their Nintendo Treehouse.
Yeah.
So E3 might not be the place for Nintendo now that I think about it.
No, I mean, it hasn't been for the past couple of years. So
yeah. So don't let this get us down completely, I guess. If this is what's just up their, this is just what's in, up their sleeve for E3, then maybe they are holding something big because Fortnite coming to the Switch is kind of a big deal.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, hey, we still got Octopath Traveler next month, which, I need to pre-order that shit.
Damn, maybe I shouldn't get into Persona since that's coming out.
You can get in Persona, just...
I won't be done with it, though, in a month. I know it. And I'm going to be... Dude, when Octopath comes out, like, I'm dedicating myself to it. I don't know. Maybe I'll do... maybe I'll do, like, Killzone or some other Vita game before I do that. Something short.
Yeah.
Anyways. So E3, I have no idea what that we don't know about that any of the big companies are going to announce. I know we're going to see some really serious gameplay of that Spider-Man game.
Yeah, that's right.
For sure. We're going to see a shitload of that. We're going to see, I'm hoping to see Red Dead, like we said. Dude, I don't know what Microsoft is going to show. Maybe PUBG actually working right.
Dude, did you hear PUBG went to like half the player base that it had a year ago?
Yeah.
It had like 3 million players. Now it's down to 1.5 million.
Which is still impressive, by the way.
It is, but it just goes to show that Fortnite is, for all intents and purposes, more popular. And if I had to say, it is a better game after playing the two. And it definitely feels more polished than PUBG.
Well, a major, gaming, Epic. I mean, that's why. But
And plus, Fortnite is free. How are you going to beat free?
that blows my mind, dude, that it's free. And they do like 200 million a month in sales in just cosmetic shit on that game. You know that?
Yeah.
The number was estimated at 200 million a month that game generates.
If only I could I just get 1 million of that? You're not going to miss 1 million, right?
I mean, for 1 million, we'll become the All Fortnite podcast.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
we'll pick apart like every freaking character and everything in that. But okay. So here's the other thing here: why PUBG's in trouble is you've got Call of Duty announced they're going to do a battle royale and Battlefield.
Oh, that's right. Battlefield's doing that too.
We're getting battle royale and everything. So I mean,
everybody gets a battle royale.
PUBG is its days are numbered. I think it's going to be the PC Master Race guys left playing it because it does not run well enough on Xbox. Hardly anybody plays on Xbox, and if you are playing it, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because even when I tried playing PUBG on mobile, it played like shit compared to Fortnite.
I don't like oh my God, Fortnite runs perfect on mobile. Even on older devices, it runs great. You know what I mean? You're like, damn.
And like I said, for anybody listening in, like, I'm not a fan of these games. So it's, don't get it twisted. It's just Fortnite does play better.
Yeah, that he really doesn't like Fortnite, you guys. So for him to say that is absolutely honest.
And to be honest, I may download Fortnite for the Switch, because I don't know, in case you wanted to play too,
Yeah. Well, we did play. Hey, Man Cave, welcome back. Yes, we are here. We are happy to have you back, sir. We did play mobile Fortnite while you were waiting to get on your plane. I mean, we only played one match and we got owned, but we did. Well,
it was also very hard for me to play because I was on the airport Wi-Fi and it was very shit.
Trash. Were you playing on your iPad too, I think?
Yeah.
How was that? Was it hard to run the controls being a big-ass screen?
It was fine.
No? It was fine.
It played fine. It was just I was lagging so much ahead of you. Like the only thing I felt like I did the whole time was just run right behind you. And when we came across someone, I couldn't shoot them or anything.
I know we got fucked.
Yeah.
But yeah, it plays. It plays really well. PUBG. I think it plays fine. I don't like using the hand control or the screen controls with PUBG. It's very similar to Fortnite. But I think Fortnite pulls it off better. I don't know how or why, but I felt more at home. Like it was more intuitive. It was like, how am I going to do that? Oh, it's right here. Duh. Or I'm just going to do this. Yep. That's exactly how you would do that. PUBG, you kind of have to like learn it a little bit. It's not a big problem, but it's there. There are tons of controllers you can get to pair it to mobile and play PUBG, and people say that's great, but I'm kind of like, all right, so you're going to set up your phone, you're going to carry a fucking controller, and then you're going to pair it, and then you're going to play on that little screen? Like,
no.
I think you're missing the point. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's not for me. So what else, Matthew? What else? We got,
do we want to talk about the new Pokemon?
I think we should. I think it's topical.
Oh, yeah. So the new Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. So it's basically a remake of Pokemon Yellow.
I'm okay with that.
And just looks fucking amazing. I'm so excited about it. I really am honestly excited about it. My kids are excited about it. My wife, who is not a gamer by any means, wants to play it because she loved Pokemon Let's Go.
Pokemon Go?
Or Pokemon Go, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. That pulled everybody in, didn't it?
Yeah. And she saw the trailer where you can link up your phone with the Switch and, trade Pokemon to your Switch and all that stuff. And she's like, we got to go on Pokemon Go dates again. Because we used to do that when it first came out. And she's all excited about it. I'm almost contemplating buying a second Switch Butler. because of
Whoa,
this.
because manager money, bro.
No, because I just know that if
You
my
can't
kid
share that shit. You can't share that shit,
because
dude.
I know my kids will get super into this, and then it'll be like, fuck, I'll never get to play.
Well, hang tight for after E3, see what they announce for hardware revisions, and then see if it's worth getting the revised one or see if it's worth getting the old one so you can have the exploit available.
Is that actually happening? Because
super reliable rumors that there's a revision coming out. Yeah, it sounds like they knew of the exploit before it was out, and they were already working to address that and a couple of the technical issues that the current one has. So, yeah. So I don't know. If you can hang in there for like a month or so, I would probably recommend that.
Oh, well, no. If anything, it probably wouldn't be till Christmas time or something.
Okay. All right.
So
true.
But yeah. So super excited about it. It's, you know, like I say, if you've played the old Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, and even the Fire Red and Leaf Green, it takes place in the Kanto region. Has the original 151 Pokemon. And it's
the only Pokemon.
Well, you know, I've starting to grow into the other newer ones, especially the Gold and Silver era. But
I just kicked you off of the show. You're no longer on the show.
Okay.
I can't do that, but I did.
Okay. You're not a fan of Chikorita or Totodile
or Shoe
or Cyndaquil?
Oh wait, that's just Pokemon. Yeah, no, dude. I look, all right, it's okay. I mean, I don't hate it. Like, I played a little bit of Pokemon on the 3DS, and I guess it's cool to have new shit. I'm old, and I can only remember the 151, and I don't want to admit that I'm old. So,
I mean, we're fucking old, bro. We're getting too old for all this shit, man.
So, Man Cave says that he played the, you know, obviously the red and the blue and all that back in the day. This is, like Matt said, this is a remake of those. Well, it's yellow, but yellow was red and blue, just with, you know, slight changes, very slight, still the same game. This is like those, but obviously graphically superior, much updated, all that. But like the cool thing is, and that I was against this, but like when you catch them like on your phone, how you can transfer them over to your Switch, like that's pretty cool. The battle system looks cool because you can have two people battle like in a team locally on the Switch. You only need one Joy-Con to play the game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot to mention that. You're absolutely right. Oh no, did I lose you again?
I lost you there for a sec.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't think it's Skype. I think it's Spectrum, bro. I think we're getting effed right now by the man.
Probably.
So like you can play this with one Joy-Con, which is cool, which opens it up for without any other accessories other than your Switch. You can actually local co-op player, couch co-op, as us old people call it. You know, you can play this together. So that's pretty cool. Like, I don't know if you guys haven't seen it, look the video up. I was an extreme hater at first when I heard that it was going to be like how you catch the Pokemon is like with the flick, like on Pokemon Go. Yeah. But Matt and I watched the trailer last week, and it's, it does look cool. It does look really cool.
Yeah, it's probably going to be day one pickup for me, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. Now, here's the real question: are you going Eevee or are you going Pikachu? There's two versions.
Well, I'm getting both.
Oh, you really are going to get both, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. All right, which one are you going to get first?
I probably have to go with my boy Pikachu, bro.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Represent. That's what I'm doing too. We already know that Corey will have the Eevee one if he gets one.
Bitch ass Eevee. I hope Corey's listening.
Whoa. Shit.
Which I can't say it's I do like Eevee. It's
yeah.
When I got that binder of Pokemon cards, I made sure my wife kept the little shrine to Eevee that was made in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got to show you that binder because when I picked that up, I got it for $30, and there were two cards in there that are worth like almost $100 each.
Holy shit!
Yeah, so
yeah, I need to see that for sure. So what does old Pikachu? It looks like Man Cave's going with Pikachu as well. Yeah, let us know, guys, which one you would go with. Let us know what you think about it. Watch the video. Holler at us on Twitter. Tell
Holla
us.
holla at your
Yeah.
boys.
Are we fucking stupid and old, or is it really cool? I don't know.
It's gonna be lit, fam. You hear that, Bay?
Wow, I got you, fam.
God, I fucking hate that word, fam. Well, let me talk about that word, fam. It's so fucking stupid.
Is it?
Yeah, it's stupid. And lit and bay and all that shit. I'm getting too old for this slang shit.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
fam. Well, let's see.
don't come at me with your fam. Don't at me with your fam.
Oh, dude, you wait till tomorrow. I'm gonna do it in a meeting in front of people to you. All right. So, what else we got? Matt, we need to decide.
Yeah, Zuby is on the rampage today. I'm just
He's always angry.
After that night last night, I'm over people, man.
Yeah, Zuby isn't a fan of people or newfangled words or flippy haircuts or whatever it is the kids are into these days. Yeah,
hairstyles don't usually bother me, to be honest. Sometimes I'll look at a new hairstyle that comes out and just be like, at first it looks dumb, and then you see everybody else doing it, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna stick with my old man cut. Just cutting my hair really short, shaved the sides, and that's about it.
Zuby's in there buzzing his own hair. He's like, yeah, I use a 9 on the top and a 3 on the sides.
No, 2 on the sides and just use scissors on the top. I don't cut my own hair. I always go somewhere, but that's what I do.
No, dude, I do the same shit, dude. Wash and wear. I don't have time to deal with that, man. That's a whole big thing. So we need to decide on the next Matt versus Matt. We need to pick a game and a date. So I'm going to start it off, and I'm going to say we're going to go with what Corey picked during the last Matt versus Matt, and that was
Prince of Persia.
Prince of Persia, because neither one of us have played it.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. It's supposedly crazy hard. From the few seconds that we looked at it, I hate it so much already. That's my vote. I don't know. What do you think, Matt?
I mean, I'm down for it. Neither of us have ever played the game, so it should be pretty fair on how bad we are.
All right, so then that's it. So we picked the game. Unless anybody in the chat wants to throw up anything else for us to try, feel free to
throw up some gang signs or something.
Okay, all right, never mind. So okay. I think they're asking like how far back we can go. No, we have to cut it off at 16-bit because of streaming technologies. Because we're each of us are at home doing this, so like to share the screens and all that is kind of an issue. So, 8-bit through 16-bit, or I think we can do MAME too. We could do like not super graphically intensive MAME games, so arcade shit as well. Gran Turismo, I would destroy Zuby. Oh my god.
Yeah, you would. I've never played Gran Turismo.
I own all the Gran Turismos.
Oh, look at you.
In the other room I have a fucking steering wheel set up for PS3. Like
I know.
I don't talk about Gran Turismo a lot. I guess because there hasn't been a decent one lately. But yeah, I own that. I run that shit. I am walking Gran Turismo. Partial as I mentioned in the past. So Streets of Rage, any of them. See, we could do Streets of Rage. But I've played the shit out of them, and you and I played it already, Matt, together. So I think we got to throw that one out. But yeah, they are the shit.
No, but I'm down for Prince of Persia because that's a game that you and I have never played. The Super Nintendo version, we should say.
It's like the top 10 or the top 5 hardest Super Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, so that's what we're gonna play. It looks like. When can we do it, Matt? I'm actually available this Thursday if that works for you. So the day the podcast comes out, but we can push it if you need to.
Let me get back to you on that.
What?
Because I need to just double check and verify that's okay.
You pick a day.
Yeah.
Right now, this week, right now on the show, you pick a day and you tell me. I actually can do it probably any day. Just let me know.
If I can't do it this Thursday, the 7th, then the 14th, next Thursday, I can definitely do.
I don't want to push it to next week. Is there any day like on maybe like Friday night or something like that we could do this week, or any other day?
Like I said, let me get back to you because this is very sudden, and I can't commit to
Okay.
anything.
All right. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Zuby doesn't want to tell you. Just check us on the social medias. We'll definitely put it up once he decides. Okay. The last thing that we really have on the show notes, Matt, is Fallout 76 was announced. I'm sure we'll see a bunch of that at E3. And it's going to be an online survival RPG, which big surprise that everything's going fucking online.
Yeah.
Does that surprise you at all?
I mean, I'm interested in seeing it. So I don't want to give any judgment on it until I know more about it. I've heard it is going to be online survival, but there's also going to be single player aspect to it as well. So, I mean, I don't know. I
hope so. What if it's not? Are you going to skip this one?
Probably.
Really?
Yeah, because it's Fallout to me is a single player game. It's not online multiplayer or some shit. But like
you're historically a huge Fallout fan too.
Yeah, but if it's interesting, then I will, definitely check it out. But it's already with it saying it's online survival RPG. I'm kind of disinterested because it sort of sounds like that DayZ type shit, or Rust or Ark.
That's exactly the direction I feel like it's heading in as well. And I don't know, man. I like a good single player. Call me crazy. I like NPCs and you know what I mean. And just I don't know. I like story. I don't know. Like there's like that game that came out where like you got to break out of prison, but it's like co-op only online. Like what?
Yeah.
Like no.
That may almost be a fun game for us to play.
I could see that.
And it is getting cheaper. I've seen it go as low as $25 already, and it just came out.
We maybe could. You know what? We could probably.
Doesn't only one person need the game?
That I don't know. I don't think so. I think you both have to have it on that one.
We should look into that because that may be a fun game for both of us to play because I wouldn't want to play it with random people, honestly.
No, fuck no. That's what I'm saying. And like, what if you really want to play it, but you can't because your boy, like for me, Zuby's he can't do it right now because he's, big time in it up in the magic world, doing his magic things, with his magic people, forgetting about us little people over here playing video games. Like I can't even play that game because of that, because
the
celebrities.
Because I mean, they are flying me out to Seattle, Washington next month. So, No, I'm joking.
What? Oh, shit. It's like, for real? That's awesome.
No. No, because you were saying, like, I'm all big time. I'm like, oh, yeah, so big time.
You are. You're a celebrity, dude.
Not really. No.
You are. You are. Really. People ask for your autograph, Matt. Okay.
That's only happened, like twice.
The DMV or, when I'm signing a check.
It's only
Whatever.
It's only happened twice, but...
Man Cave knows how fucking much of a celebrity you are. I'm calling you Hollywood.
Not really.
Hollywood Matt Zuby, that's you. So, all right. So we'll see what that hopefully at E3 we'll hear more about Fallout and we'll be able to prejudge it even worse going forward. But yeah, Matt,
it even worse. I like that.
Yeah, that's how we do. We'll see how close we get. That's it, Matt. We have nothing else. We knocked out the show notes, dude. Anything else you wanna tell the peoples?
Not really. If you listen to the beginning of the show where I was rambling on about Magic players and all that stuff, be sure to stay tuned and listen to my Magic with Zuby episode about that. It's not coming out this week, but next week, because I'm working on my notes and formulating my thoughts and all that, because I've got a lot of shit to say about it. So stay tuned for that.
I do have an announcement. We didn't get it in last week. Take it easy, Man Cave. Thanks for stopping by. We didn't get it out last week because we were live at MegaCon and kind of weird situation. But we joined the No Phony Podcast Network. Give them a like, follow, all that stuff. They've been pretty good about retweeting us. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for that. So it's just another place you can find us or look for us. Matt, where can they find you, sir?
They can find me on Twitter at Zubatron, Zubatron, or I'm more active on my Magic with Zuby Twitter at Magic with Zuby. That's MAGICWITHZUBY. Definitely been active more on there. I feel like I've barely been posting on my personal one, which
I haven't seen much.
Yeah, and that's where they can find me. What about you?
You could find me, I guess, on the tweets at Killabeez2, TKILLABEEZZ, the number 2, the letter T. But usually I'm just using that VCR Gaming Twitter because I'm lazy to switch between the two. And you can get the show at VCR Gaming on Twitter, at VCR Gaming on Instagram. Follow us there for pictures. We do post there regularly, both of us. Facebook.com/VCR Gaming. You can email us, vcrgamingpodcast@gmail.com, and the URL, as always, is vcrgamingpodcast.com.
Yep,
Matt, did we miss anything?
No, you got it all.
Nice. All right. Well, Matt, thank you, sir.
And thank you
for allowing your celebrity to, calm down enough to slum it with us over here in the video game. Yeah, and we used to be fam. Now I'm just that guy you once knew. But yeah, thank you everybody for listening, and talk to you guys next week.
All right, have a great night.